Hello and welcome back to my channel, Cards by Melissa Minor. Today I'm going to be showing you how you can get more out of a themed scrapbook kit. I have this 49 in Market Wherever page kit, and you can see here it's very themed for travel. And in this kit, it gives you all the pieces to make these specific patterns. But I'm not going to do that today. I am going to use one of the pages in this kit and then some of the contents, and I'm going to create my own layout. So this is one of the pages that I want to use, and you can see I've trimmed this down. I've actually trimmed this down to 11¼ by 11¼ And this is what the page would look like if I did this exactly like the kit would be. You can see it's on the back of the design. It shows you all of the pieces that you would need to take out of the kit. And I actually have another layout where I unboxed this Wherever page kit, and I will link that down below. Now, this is the picture that I want to scrapbook today. This is my daughter Tatum and her date Daniel. He's a friend of hers. And they just went to their first winter formal dance. So she's a freshman, and this was her very first high school formal dance. And I bet we took, I don't know, hundreds of pictures that day. And this is just one that I snapped on my camera. And I thought it was a fun picture. And I really was excited to get started. So I think this is the first one that I want to scrapbook. And so I'm going to go ahead and mat this on some black cardstock. And so I've cut that black cardstock down to, let's see here, 4¼ by 6¼ because I have a 4x6 photo here. And then I've taken and use a distressing tool to distress the edges. Here's the distressing tool that I use. This is by, I believe, Tim Holtz. It's old. If I do find a link, I will link it down below as well. Okay, so I know I want my picture centered, and I think that this page is getting lost on my white background. So I'm going to go ahead and bring in a piece of black cardstock to mat this with. So I've trimmed this black cardstock down to 11½ by 11½. And then the background piece here is a 12 by 12 sheet of white cardstock. So now that I have that done, I'm bringing in a little piece here of some wood grain cards or wood grain paper. And this is from my stash. This is a close to my heart paper that I have been hoarding. I don't know what it is about like wood grain papers and brick paper or metals, those kinds of papers I tend to hang on to, and I don't want to use them, but this is a very special occasion, so I thought it was fitting. And I like that wood grain piece right there, it really brings out the wood in the photo. I'm also going to be bringing in a couple of these items. These are old things from my stash. I'm not a close to my heart consultant. I'm just a customer, but these are the fancy doilies and the 3x3 postage frame. My friend Kelly sells close to my heart, and I will link her page down below if you're interested in any of those products. Okay, so I've cut those out of black cardstock. And so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start my visual triangle here. Now, this little cardstock piece, I don't need the whole piece here, and I can use this other portion for another layout. So I'm going to trim it in half. But the top says Documented Adventures. And so I do want to put that along the top of my layout. And so I'm going to get some adhesive and get that adhered down. So I kind of know how I want everything here. So I'm going to go ahead and get this adhered down. So I've got the wood grain paper that I know where I want that. And then I'm going to put this little Documented Adventures. I know where I want that. And now I can go ahead and put those doilies up there. And it didn't cut out all the way, but I'm not too concerned with that because that's going to be hidden behind my wood grain piece here. So I'm going to sneak this in behind, and let me turn that so it doesn't show where I didn't get it cut out all the way. When I'm using an intricate die like this, I like to use my Gemini machine, and that usually cuts out all of the pieces. When I'm not using a very intricate die, I use my manual machine. So that's how I like to decide which machine I'm going to use for die cutting. Okay, so now I can glue my picture down. And I've got my little documented adventures, and I want this picture just to go right up to the top of that. And I did go ahead and ink the edges of that wood grain paper just so it wouldn't get lost, and it just pops a little bit on the page. So I know I want to build an embellishment cluster in the upper right hand corner. I want to have one in the lower left. And then I'm also going to have another embellishment cluster over on the upper left-hand side of the page. But I haven't started that embellishment cluster yet. But I'm going to have a visual triangle around my picture. So here's where I am gluing in. I just need a portion of the frame, so I've only cut just a portion here of that little postage frame. Okay. So I'm going to add a little bit more glue to my photo so it doesn't slip around here. And I'm using my glue press from My Sweet Petunia. I absolutely love my glue press, and I do have that link down below if you're interested. All right, here is another piece of ephemera that was included in that Wherever page kit. So there are lots of different laser cut elements, and then there's also some chipboard elements. And so this is one of the laser cut elements, and they are so intricate and detailed. I don't know if you can see, like that really looks like string up there. It's just really detailed. And so I'm adding a little ink to the edges just so that has a little more definition on the page so that it doesn't get lost. And so I'm adding this tag so that I can build my third embellishment cluster up here. I need to have somewhere for those embellishments to go. Sorry for turning my page here. I just needed to get a little bit of glue snuck up in that corner. Okay. So now I know, and I have a place for all three of my embellishment clusters to go. So now we can start embellishing and putting the fun things up in those clusters. So to start, I have this little, oh my goodness, what do you call these? A tag? I don't think that's the right term. I'm going to call it a tag, but I'm going to add this over here on the left-hand side, and that's to give it some color because I want that tealish green color to be showing on the left-hand side of the page because I do want to bring it around to all three of my embellishment clusters. Now I've already went through the Wherever page kit, and I've picked out quite a few of the embellishments that I want to use today. And so I have those here in a little tray. And so I'm going to start bringing those in. I'm also bringing in, I've got some little foam tape here that I think I want to use. And so I'm going to start making my clusters. So to start here, I have these gorgeous leaves, and it's like a teal color, and my daughter's dress was actually a darker green, his tie, Daniel's tie, looks almost teal in this picture. I don't know if it was the lighting, so I decided to go with these, with this color of green, which I thought it was perfect for this. And you can see there's like little green shutters, I think, in the left-hand side of the picture. And it like almost matches these leaves perfectly. So I'm bringing in one of the butterflies and again, adding a little bit of ink to the edges just to give it a little more definition. And I am popping this up on a little bit of foam tape. And I'm only putting foam tape in the center just to give the wings some little movement. And then you'll notice here when I place my butterfly, I'm going to have my butterflies fly in towards the photo. And you don't want your subjects to fly away from your photo. You want to draw attention to your photo. So I'm paying close attention to make sure that the direction of my butterflies are going to fly into my photo. With these embellishments, you'll notice that my leaves, some of them are tucked, or some of my embellishments are tucked behind the picture and in front of the picture, on top of the picture. So I like to mix and match that just to give it lots of visual interest on my page. Here is another butterfly, and I'm just, again, quickly inking the edges just to give it a little more definition. It's gorgeous how it is, but since I've introduced black on the layout, I want to continue with that black to make it cohesive. So I'm adding this butterfly, again, flying it in towards my subject. And then I've got these little word phrases here, and this one says "we belong here," and I think this is so funny because we went to this hall to take these photos, and I bet we took, oh gosh, hundreds, but none of the photos were really taken on this bar. But I was like, oh my gosh, that'd be a really cute photo. And so I'm like, Tatum, hop up there. And so I thought that "we belong here" is kind of funny because they're sitting on top of a bar. It's just a prop. It's not really a bar. I don't want anyone to think I took my daughter to a bar, but it does look really cute for the photo. And then the other strips say "be adventurous" and "away we go." So I thought those were cute. And then look at this button. So this was, all these things were in this page kit that I'm just popping out here. This looks like a real button. It's a button, and I didn't do anything to this button. It came this way, pops it out of there, and it looks like it has string in it. That's not string. It's like little paper, chipboard, laser cut. I don't know which one this is. I guess it's laser cut element. It just is gorgeous. They have really done an amazing job with this kit. Here I'm bringing in a compass. That's the only thing. I don't know. I think it fits kind of with the look of the page, so I'm adding it in. And so I really need a place for it to rest. I'm not just going to let it hang out here. So I'm going to add this arrow underneath it to give that compass a little resting spot. I kind of wish the compass would have been a pocket watch or something, but I wanted a round element, and so I liked the compass, so I think it goes. And then again, I'm going to add another butterfly just to tie in our elements in our 3 clusters. So I'm going to add a little bit of foam tape, and I'm going to get this last butterfly adhered onto the layout. And I love it. I'm really liking the way this looks. I'm so excited to be scrapbooking these photos. And now I think I'm kind of nervous, but I'm thinking I want to journal on my page. I just want to write on it. And there's not a whole lot of journaling I want to do. I just want to write that, who it is, Tatum and Daniel, and it's their winter formal. Their winter formal was postponed several times, so we just had it just this last weekend. So I just want you to know that I only use products that I love, and occasionally I use products that can be purchased with affiliate links, and I'm not compensated for the creation of my videos in any way from anyone. So if you feel inspired by this video, you can support me by shopping the links that are provided in the description box, as well as leave me super cash. Clicking on my links doesn't cost you anything extra, so I really appreciate you all supporting me by watching this video, liking, commenting, sharing with your friends, and subscribing to my channel. Thanks so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next video. Bye-bye.